The Apocalypse Players present As the Waters Cover the Sea, a 7th edition Call of Cthulhu Ancient and Modern Folk Horror Scenario, written by Joseph Chance, starring Dominic Allen as Charlie Westenra, Luther Eliot Redmark, and bailiff wife Elise Farrowvale. Dan Wheeler as Chris Caldwell, Jonathan Tatler, and Gentleman Enforcer of the Excise, Rafe Launceston. Danann McAleer as Max Davenant, Tam Phillips, and Aspin Drayton, former soldier turned bailiff. And our very special guest star, Belinda Cornish as Josephine Arundel, Felicity Blake, and William Mandeville, aspiring squire and gentleman. And Joseph Chance as the keeper of the arcane lore. Part 21. The Prawn Supremacy. So I think that Aspin Drayton has this man's body and the blood is coughing up. It looks black in the torchlight. But you think he's saying some words and you lean in closer to listen. You don't need a listen roll.
What's that? Speak to me.
Yeah. He coughs what you think might be the words. And so the sea gives gifts. For the marrow, I die.
Marrow. Fuck.
And Drayton, I think you can hear Launceston in the background.
I need to find a live one.
Ranting away.
I need to speak to a live one. Get me a live one.
Your focus is on this man, sort of in your arms, or sort of close enough to you. You know, you're being soldierly about it.
Aye.
And part of his, because he's not a wealthy man, he's wearing quite an old-fashioned, almost doublet-style jacket.
He's not a healthy man either, by the way.
He's not. He's a dying man. And a bit of his jacket has been shot away over his left breast. Aye, that left pap.
Left pap, aye.
Where normally heart doth hop.
Where heart don't hop no more.
Heart done hopping.
Yeah.
But here, you see the vestigial little leg of say little, it's about 6 inches long, of a shrimp.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Coming out from his bosom. And you realise there's another one just underneath it, which is only about 4 inches long. So Drayton, I'm just going to give you a bonus little sanity die roll there.
Oh, thanks, man.
For all of your hard work.
That is horrific.
Appreciate it.
Now, Launceston, you're rushing over to make sure that he's
Yeah.
either somehow still alive, or maybe that you can hear his last words, yeah?
Yeah.
So could you give me a luck roll?
Oh, God.
Ooh. That is a 76. That doesn't look good. It's not good.
They'd be playing that music they play in TV shows and horror films when there's like something, like a mass riding, that sort of ding, ling, 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 ling.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, excellent.
A riser, I think that's called, isn't it?
A riser.
Yeah.
A harpsichord riser.
Always useful.
That's a good success on my sanity.
Excellent. It is still one sand, because it's a horrible, horrible thing.
Yeah. Sounds fair.
But, you know, there's no involuntary, and you did hear the words. Unfortunately, Rafe, frustrating, you didn't hear the words, but you know he said something, and this fool Drayton has now got the information. Well, not fool, I mean, he's a good man, but...
What did he say?
Aye.
But then you see it, Rafe, because you just can't... It's just, the angle's all wrong, or let's say right for me, wrong for you. And the light just catches, and you see it move. It kind of kicks. The longest leg kicks alive. And then you know how they... You know when things die... And they just go tick, 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 tick. It's like it spasms. And
then curls.
And then he's dead.
Oh.
So you have to give me a sanity roll as well.
So this is a heart shrimp.
It's a heart shrimp.
Okay.
Classic heart shrimp.
Well, I tell you what, horribly for you, depending on how badly you roll, I think Drayton, you're just horrified. But let's see what Launceston understands with his greater intelligence and gentlemanly training.
I was scared for a minute. I was worried for a minute because there were a lot of zeros on display, but no, it's a 0-3.
Oh,
okay.
It's a very, very...
well, it's an extreme success, right? So I think for an extreme success, I'll give you the same information, but only at the one sound loss.
Okay.
Well, you realise, of course, it is perfectly balanced, and you wonder, as you see the bulge in the right side of his jacket, if he does not have an equal and opposite symmetrical weird growth.
Shrimp.
And you see the other smaller one underneath, and you think, hang on, there's a slight bulge underneath that, too. So he's got 6 of them, hasn't he?
Like he has
Almost...
teats.
Yeah, almost like teats. But
Teat legs.
little shrimp legs.
What the devil? If I can get past Drayton, I mean, Drayton might
Yeah,
stop
I think
me,
you're...
but I want
I wanna
to
be away
rip
from it
his
anyway.
shirt off him, see whether that is what he's got going on here.
His prawn paps.
Prawn Paps, yeah.
Oh, I love how this scenario is actually beautifully knit by the prawn baps.
Prawn Baps.
Prawn
and the
Baps, prawn Paps.
Oh.
It is all just coming together.
And we were talking about those prawn sandwiches with no knowledge of what was coming.
Nope, none.
That's beautiful.
Right from session 1.
Oh, no wonder we win awards.
So this episode is called Prawn Paps and Prawn Baps.
You've got to have an earlier episode called Prawn Baps, and then this one's called Prawn Paps.
Paps.
Called Prawn
Yeah,
Paps.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Christ.
Not great for SEO, guys, I'm just going to say, but...
So, yeah, okay, so... Farrowvale, Mandeville, you sense a disturbance in the force. You know Launceston well enough to realise that it's not an involuntary action by Rafe Launceston, but his shoulders are up and he's bending over the man and he starts to rip at the clothes, and I think I will give you a choice. This is unusual. Are you intrigued, or are you more interested in the black, weird aperture tunnel that is opening up? I mean, it should be a holloway, but as I say, the starlight does not fall about 50 yards ahead. It just goes black, and it isn't right.
Do you mind just defining holloway for me?
It's like when you get a sunken road or lane, which is beneath the level of the woods.
Like when you get trees that reach round in a circular form, forming an arch above.
Oh, lush.
And it stretches away into a tunnel.
I love those.
Yeah, like the King's
beautiful.
Road in
So many King's Roads, so little time. Somewhere in the southwest?
the TV show with the dragons.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which
Well, I think
we-
that's in
we-
Ireland,
we
isn't it?
saw
It's a real...
It is in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice and I saw it.
beautiful.
When we did our little road trip there. It's
So
stunning.
cool. Yeah.
Amazing.
Holloway. Oh, brilliant.
Holloway.
Thank you. I love it. Lovely.
Yeah. So it's got that, and it's got quite steep bank that these smaller trees grow out of and fold over. And you can sense the rise of the 2 barrows either side. But they're just earth and grass and tufts of heather and nothing special on them. But yes, I think Mandeville and Farrowvale, you have a moment to realise something untoward is happening there. And obviously the job could be get interested, but I think you have a choice to
I think.
disregard if you want to.
Yeah.
Like, I'll leave you two to investigate that.
To disregard Launceston's kind of manic undressing of this dead shrimp.
And the Drayton has clearly, I think if it's okay with you, Drayton, I think there's a sort of, your shoulders have gone back, where Launceston's gone forwards, and something wrong about this man's death is clear.
I think Farrowvale sees this as, something's going on. I think there's some dim awareness that something weird's going on, but I think to her, knowing what Launceston's like, it's probably that I think I heard him maybe mutter something, and maybe Launceston's got the fear and wants to make sure he's dead, and so Drayton stepped back to allow Launceston to come in and finish the job off. It's just Launceston's, it's just Launceston being thorough.
Like he did that time in Taunton. Yeah.
So I think I sort of turn away, and I'm curious. I get a bit closer to this holloway and have a sort of curious look, because also I feel like so far Farrowvale's been something of the scout in terms of
Absolutely.
looking ahead,
Give us a listening role,
reporting back.
Farrowvale. Mandeville, do you think you would have joined Launceston?
I think,
or?
yeah, I think I make the same assumption about Launceston, because we have just seen a bunch of sort of Strange the Marrow and the crayfish like throwing bombs into the house, and one of them hissed at me, which was just rude.
Horrible.
And so I think I'm probably making a similar assumption that he's gone into either like either finish the job or to see if he can get, a dying word, some dying information. And all I'm going to do, I'm right-hand man, I'm kind of just going to get in the way if I try and get my face in there as well. I don't think I can do anything to help. I'm not sensing a mania, I'm sensing an urgency from him.
Yes.
I think Mandeville is going to, he's going to take out his lucky rabbit's foot that he carries with him at all times.
Nice.
Because what is ahead is right strange.
Not right.
It's right strange. It's not right. I never seen nothing like that. Never seen nothing like that. Not even in.
You can give me a listen as well. How did Farrowvale do?
I failed, unfortunately.
Fail?
If I kiss my lucky rabbit's foot, can I have a bonus die?
With a luck roll, yeah. But this is a listen.
Oh right, it's luck. Shit.
Which you might need in a minute. So that's
Fine. Oh, that's all right.
it's all right as a roll.
Yeah. If I were to spend one luck, I could get a hard success. Would that give me more stuff?
Yes, it would. Your choice.
Do you want more stuff? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's always tricky with a listener roll, isn't it?
Oh, we're heading into endgame. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say go for it.
That's the spirit.
Doing it.
Because for a hard, I think I'll give you all of it. So, as you listen, I think there's just a natural instinct to have a little bit of a closer look as you listen in that sort of absurd way in which we do. But actually, maybe that does genuinely help. And you just get the feeling the shadows seem to grow denser as you focus, almost as if they are pulling away from the forest behind you into the tunnel and thickening. You can feel the cold. Both of you can feel the cold, even with a fail. At least Farrowvale, you can feel that. But then you hear waves, Mandeville. You hear the sound of the sea. I think, Farrowvale, you also hear the sound of the sea. You're just not 100% sure that that's... really? Because you're miles away from the sea here.
It could be the phenomenon of when you put your ear to a shell.
Shell. And it's like this holloway is like a shell somehow to you. I don't know. For you, Mandeville, it's very clearly the rhythmic sound of the sea at a distance, but definitely there. But above that, there is this whispering voices in a ritualized pattern in a very strange language that you've never heard before.
This is Farrowvale. Do you hear that? Do you hear the waves crashing in?
I think it's just some phenomenon you get when you put your ear to a shell.
I don't think so. And them shadows, they're pulling in and thickening like my mother's gravy.
As you say that, which is, only natural because, well, what is your attitude to your mother's gravy?
Good question.
I think I need to roll sanity unless you explain.
If it lingers too long, I think Farrowvale could be in danger there. That's true. Good call.
Your mother's what?
Gravy.
Oh.
What is Mandeville's attitude to the gravy?
Terror.
Oh, terror. It's not good. It's not something he'd want. It's not comforting.
What?
It's
I
horrible.
don't know.
It's horrible.
Yes.
Right. Well, even better in some ways.
Well, she was never a great cook, my mother.
No, not her. Not her thing.
And she'd put the worst things in there
Is it
to thicken it up.
comforting and horrible, like the smell of your grandparents?
Well, it smells like home,
Beautiful.
which is a place of safety, but also,
Terror.
terror.
In which case, it's
Disgust, really.
a power roll.
What did I just improvise my way into?
But I think you've talked yourself out of the bonus point that I was possibly going to give you. The bonus die. It's a power roll.
Roll your dark nostalgia.
I think there's a penalty die for you, I'm afraid, Dom, because you just don't understand. But Mandeville, I think the voices and the sense of geography is even with the gravy, a small comfort that reality may lie somewhere ahead. So you can have a standard power roll.
So
And I failed it.
I actually got a hard success. I rolled 20 both times.
Oh wow, well played.
Beat the system.
Great roll. Beat the system. That's sometimes we do, don't we? Well, she's experienced.
It's a hard success. I don't have a lot of luck, but I could spend a bit of luck to make it extreme if that's going to make a huge difference.
How does that work with a penalty die? Would you have to spend it twice?
Well, I think so long as they're both passes, right?
I rolled 20 both times, yeah. But my power's really high. My power's 80. So if I spend 4 luck, I could make...
I will give you something if you spend that, but it's up to you.
Oh, well, I can't take it with me, can I? So
Nope.
I'll spend it. 20... 70.
So, I think, well, for a start, you see Mandeville unconsciously take 3 steps forwards. And I think, Mandeville, you just...
Oh no, I know. It's like I might be. It's that sense of, I know what's awaiting me at the dining table, but I've still got to go.
Oh, nice, horrible.
It's an obligation. I'm drawn toward it. The dinner gong has been rung, and now I must go.
You feel absolutely drawn. The dinner gong has been rung.
The dinner gong.
And you feel all of that too, Farrowvale. But some part of you realizes that's only one version of yourself being called into this tunnel. There are many other versions of yourself. And they could stay behind if they wanted. You still have choice. You still have agency. You are buffeted by great forces beyond your comprehension, but there's still a chance here that you could control your action. Yeah, and I will bear that in mind in relation to what is to follow. Launceston, you rip the jacket open and you see these 6. In fact, there's vestigially a 4th set and a 5th set, tiny little ones right down by his belly. So this shrimp man would have had 10. And there you see around his groin this mass of... First you think it's fleas. And then you realise it's these krill-like things, but much larger. Obviously they're not the microscopic... Well, not microscopic, they're not tiny things that krill, but they're like krill made big, these kind of weird little freshwater crayfish, but with many legs and many feelers.
Oh, God.
All crawling around his groin, and now they're crawling up to the vestigial appendages, and they may even be slightly eating away at him.
Oh, God.
So, I think that's another Santi roll.
I think it's fair. Okay, that's still a pass.
Well done. So it's another one, I think.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I think I this is revolting. I stagger back.
Yeah.
Drayton,
Into me.
give us a luck roll.
Yeah.
Where were you looking when the crotch wriggled?
79.
Yeah, unfortunately, you did look up to see the other two sort of looking at the trees. They've gone past you. You know you're a man of action in that sense. You want to keep an eye on the perimeter, and you do. And then you look
All
down.
the moving parts and
Just as 50 of these things start to climb up this guy's body from out of his breeches. So give us another Santi roll.
yeah. Assuming there's
They're like bigger versions. They're like bigger versions of the stuff that was crawling all over the dead body that you and Farrowvale found.
on the corpse. Yeah. But bigger and more
Bigger.
active, and he has these protrusions that are part of him as well. Yeah.
Less silvery, a little bit brown and blue.
Don't like that for some reason.
Get back, Drayton. Get away from him. The man's infected with some sort of pestilence, a parasite.
24. So that is a success.
Nice. So just one.
Just
So
one.
again, no involuntary.
Oh, God. What are those?
Parasites or something.
Aye.
Some vile plague.
Jesus Christ.
Get away from the corpse. Where are the others?
Should we not kill them? I'll raise my blunderbuss again.
Farrowvale and Mandeville, you're dimly aware that about what feels like 100 metres away, these two companions of yours are having a conversation. And I think the two of you turn, and you are, both of you, much further in than you thought you were.
Into the barrow.
Into the holloway passageway.
The holloway.
But Farrowvale, I think for you are about 10 feet away from Mandeville now.
I think...
And you're conscious now, Farrowvale, of the shadows seemingly just... It's almost like they're falling in out of that fire, the torch-lit scene, into this hollow.
I think if I've got some agency, I'll grab hold of Mandeville's arm.
Yeah, and you stop him. I mean, unless Mandeville pulls away, it's up to you.
No, but I think I'll. Oh no, we have to go. This is where we were told to go.
Mandeville, we've got to wait for the others. There's some sort of hoo-ha going on with that body, I think.
And back at the body, Drayton, you realise, of course, you have to reload your blunderbuss.
Yeah.
No, don't shoot. These bodies must be burnt, but we don't have time.
Right.
We don't have time. We have to find the... We have to complete our mission.
Aye.
We'll come back. We'll burn the lot.
I've also just realised I only got 1 ammo left for the blunderbuss, so I'm not going to fucking use it on it.
I mean, there are 2 flaming torches.
Well, in which case...
Yeah, they're big.
Are they right? Are they right? Are we... Where are they?
Yeah, they're right by you.
Fire, you say?
Yeah, I think maybe in which case I grab one and I just throw it down on top of the body.
Yeah, perfect.
and then jump back.
Yeah.
You hear the popping of these little things.
Thousands of tiny pigs.
Popcorn shrimp.
I give it a lot of distance.
Yeah. Because the pestilence it was a word that I think that rang out.
Yeah, I don't want pestilential lice embers on me.
Smells like an Aussie barbecue. Fuck, you know.
There's a film title for this episode. Parasites or whatever. Parasite or whatever.
Whatever.
Because of your extreme listen, or your excellent listen roll, Mandeville? Was it?
Yep.
Mandible?
Yes.
I think you do hear the word pestilent. It just sort of rings out from this conversation. You think, what? But I think Farrowvale, you don't hear it. What would you do? Both bodies are burning.
There's no one else around, right? It's just us and then these 2 barrows.
No.
So weird.
You're aware of this burning house in the distance, but
Sure,
on the hill. It's mostly a plume of smoke blocking the moonlight somewhat here and there. You can hear dogs, perhaps, barking.
Can I still hear the voices in the shadows?
Yes, you can hear the... But it seems to almost come louder with the waves and then fade away again. It's not discernible as a distinct language to you at this point.
Mandeville, we should fall back.
But they're in here.
Yes.
All them people we've been looking for, they're in here.
Yes, but...
This is the group we gotta infiltrate. Can't you hear them? Can you hear them whispering? They're in here with the shadows.
The shadows are dark, Bill. And if we get separated from Rafe and Aspin, well, we'll be in another mess like we were when me and Aspin were separated from you and Rafe.
This is our mission, though.
Strength in numbers.
We've got to get them, then get them here. Get them in here.
I think we're not
Not that far.
much distance between us, right?
Well, I mean, much more than you thought.
Oh.
You thought they just walked past you and were about 10 feet away, and then as you look up, they're about 40 feet.
Oh.
You know, they're in the hollow. You can still see them. Although, not so easy now, of course, because the torches are down, and...
This doesn't look like... I mean, to Launceston and Drayton, this doesn't look like some portal, right? It just looks like a very long, dark holloway, right? Or...
I got the sense it felt unnatural, but I don't know in what way. Yeah.
I'll take a skill check for that, because I think that's a very interesting word you've just used.
I mean, I'm just trying to work out whether it's something that, looking at it, I would be like, the fuck am I going in there?
Yeah.
Or whether it's like, oh, that's obviously where we should go. Obviously, I might have to, battle with that as a player. But what sort of skill check? Occult?
Yep, I'll take an occult roll.
You got any mythos?
That's no good. Of
No,
course I don't have any mythos. None of my
I've
characters.
never given Dan in this game any mythos.
No, that's a fail on my occult. But I would like to push it.
Oh.
Well, there's an option here. I wonder if you're going to go where I think you're going to go, Dan. Let's see.
To the Mind Palace.
I was thinking about the pendant that I have. Is that not where you were thinking I was going to go?
That is exactly what I was hoping you would.
The pendant of the all-seeing eye, which I sort of have assumed until this point is just a symbol of my commitment to the king.
Yes, fair trade and economic good practice.
Right, but
The treasury.
it's is it just a metal medallion, or does it have a glass, like a sort of Turkish style blue glass all-seeing eye type thing?
I think you've just declared exactly what it looks like. Yes,
I think it does. So it's translucent. So I hold it up to my eye on a whim. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
Hold it up to my eye like a sort of spyglass.
Yes.
And see if things look different.
Or a hypopathetic monogasm.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes, through my onanistic eyegasm.
Yes.
And I see whether things look a bit different through a dark glassly. Something. Through a dark glassly?
I still like it.
Oh, fuck the fuck.
But only a fail, not a fumble, right?
Only a fail, not a fumble, but yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah, I think what you see is, you know how...
Just jab yourself in the eye. Ah, fuck.
Not the eye.
It's a bit like Backdraft, right? But you know how that's orange and umber as it billows. It's sort of, you know the Backdraft flames as they go impossibly close to the floor and then up the door.
Yeah.
This is in black shadow, but you see that the reason why you can't see past that first 30 yards or whatever is because beyond there the walls of the hollow begin to ripple and move, and it looks to you exactly like an obsidian portal.
Wow.
And I think you think Lord Samuels has given you something which is of true occult significance.
Yeah.
This thing, this way of seeing.
What's that you got there?
Well, never mind. It's a symbol of our loyalty here. It may come in handy if the old hand and screw gesture doesn't quite cut mustard.
Oh, aye.
I think, Drayton, I think you do recognise it. It is a mark of the Treasury.
Ah, good.
But we should catch up with Farrowvale and Mandeville. This place is
quite right.
dangerous.
It is.
It's a high-ranking mark, I would point out, and like Launceston. I think in your instinct, Drayton, you'd be going, "Wait, I thought that was the sort of level you wanted to get to." What? Not that you are.
Right, not that
What?
you were already at. Yeah. But I think maybe I pass it off in my head as well. Perhaps he's been given it because he's on a special mission and it'll be taken. But, well, you know, there's all sorts of stuff goes on and there's hierarchies that's...
Yeah, it's a good surmise.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Aye.
You've been given special missions.
Well, exactly. And you sometimes get given a seal or something, a ring to prove your worth. You don't get to keep it. Yeah. So it might be that. But I say, aye. After them then. Can I...
I don't know where this passage leads, but...
Awful dark.
I think if we get separated from them as we pass through it, we may never find them again.
It'd be a bad thing.
They've halted. You can see Farrowvale has halted Mandeville, and there's a conversation. You can hear snatches of it.
I swear they weren't that far away.
Well, quite.
Can I reload my blunderbuss while we walk? Is that something I could be doing?
Yes, I think that's the sort of thing a professional of your level can definitely do.
Cool.
And could you both give me a listen roll as you go in?
Oh yeah, please.
Yes.
As I clang loads of nails into the vast aperture of my blunderbuss.
I think Farrowvale's quick thinking has stopped Mandeville, unless Mandeville wants to physically pull away.
Well, that's a 97
97, not a fumble.
on my 25.
A fumble.
Oh. I've rolled, on the other hand, I've rolled an extreme success, a 0-4 on my 50.
So, just to bring you up to speed, Rafe, Launceston, you hear these susurrating whispers of the voices, the waves, the sea is very clearly beyond there. Could you give me a roll? Could you give me... I'm sorry to do this to you, but could you give me your... Cthulhu Mythos for Chris Caldwell? Yeah. Mad as he is.
Yes. No, fair enough. It's the one with some skills to talk about.
He has the Aklo.
Yeah, he's covered in fen mud.
Yes.
And I can't remember how his insanity has manifested itself. I've forgotten.
Hadn't he nearly eaten one of these things? One of these beetles?
Possibly. Yeah, I think it crawled out of his mouth.
Crawled out of his mouth. But
maybe he was just very fearful. But he fails that roll.
Dearie me.
Whose luck would I spend to pass it if I wanted to?
I think you would spend Rafe Launceston's luck.
Be quite a lot of luck, and seeing as I don't know what I'm going to get out of it, I'm not going to. No.
There's a trace sense of understanding that is very odd to you, where maybe just you think you might hear a word, something. I think you hear what you think is "Sow is broken."
That's familiar.
And then it whispers away and then comes back in, whispers away and comes back in. But I think you also get this strong sense, the same as Farrowvale had this, didn't she? This sense of, myself, I could resist this, but there's a longing to go to the end of this passageway. But a different version of yourself would go immediately.
Okay.
Because they would understand so much more. And it's a very distressing sensation, but it's distinct and it's...
Yeah.
You don't have any sound.
I think I say out loud, Sow is broken. Sow is broken. Drayton, come on.
Mandeville, did you break away? Or did you stay? Held in Farrowvale's grip?
I think I look at her and I have this moment of divided, not loyalty, but sort of this moment of division in terms of knowing that we rationally that we need to stay together, and what she's saying makes sense, that we shouldn't split the party again. But it feels like there's an urgency to this rising. I'm imagining that as we get closer and deeper into the Hollowvale, that there's this susurration becomes louder. There's an urgency to it. There's a feeling that something is rising, and which gives me an urgency to, if we're going to infiltrate this group, we've got to do it before they do whatever they're going to do. We have to go now. We have to go now. And I'm gonna pull away and head toward deeper into the shadows.
Yeah.
On those great long BFG legs.
Excellent. So simultaneous to Dom's character's Elise Farrowvale's optional strength roll, you can let him go, or you could hold.
I let him go, but I turn back and hiss as loudly as I can, with trying to be unheard, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does to me.
Launceston, Drayton, we've got to go. Mandeville's ahead.
And as you say it, something very strange happens to you, Farrowvale, where Drayton takes 3 steps forward in an echo of the way Mandeville did, but it's like he leaps with each step, but it doesn't look like he's bodily leaping. And Launceston is not necessarily being left behind, but there's just something dynamic about the way, and Drayton's very calmly loading his blunderbuss, looking around him, clearly straining to listen and hearing something.
Like I'm watching them through a lens.
Yes, exactly. Except he's in a slightly different...
A fisheye lens.
Is it the Jaws shot?
Yes, the push, pull...
The focus pull.
That's the one that's very disconcerting.
Masterfully.
Dolly zoom.
Dolly zoom, thank you. I always struggle for it. And...
Hello, Dolly Zoom.
Hello, Dolly Zoom. Great title. You realise that he's lifting up as he walks, Drayton is. And I think you only realise as you pass Farrowvale at speed, even though you're walking, Drayton, that something is very wrong. And you have this longing to go down this tunnel. And you see Mandeville's got the right idea too. He's got this longing to go down this tunnel, because whatever you need lies at the end of it. And Launceston and Farrowvale, you get the sense of them both now rising up, slightly ahead of you. Farrowvale, you could grab them, but you feel this dragging sensation intensify.
When you say rising up off the ground?
Yep, or that the ground is rising up underneath their feet.
Like in the BFG when he sets off...
Yep.
Literally like the BFG when he sets off up the...
Across the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's into the darkness, and like above is just a column of darkness. It's not... because there are no stars above. And I think basically both of you realise in that moment they're right at the limit now.
How close is Launceston behind me?
Yeah, he's pretty close, aren't you, Dan? I think you've...
at this stage, I'm not hanging about.
Yeah, I think he's almost right by you.
Yeah.
And you could both throw yourselves to grab them. Yeah, that's still possible.
I think I'll follow.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure if I've got control, I'm going to make sure I'm at the back.
Nice. Nice. I tell you, my question is, do you stealthily drop to the back, or do you defer to Launceston?
I make it look like I'm deferring to Launceston.
Nice. Okay.
But once I'm behind him, I let him get a couple of steps ahead, so there's a bit of distance.
Yeah.
And then I reluctantly follow.
And do you do anything about that, Rafe?
I'm quite keen to be near the front.
Yes.
Maybe happy that Mandeville is just in front, but I don't want anyone to.
Do you do
if
one of
there's
your
something
Launceston
exciting to be
dashes?
discovered? I don't want anyone else to see it before me.
Is it one of your elegant calfed dashes?
I think it might be. How are they described by my?
You are dashing, aren't you? I seem to remember.
Yeah, I'm walking with a dash.
Yeah.
I think I might be close to a run.
Yeah, but he still does it rather elegantly. So I think you're right up the front with them, and all four of you, but Farrowvale, you're the last to leave the earth. Get this weird lifting sensation, which feels oddly familiar to all of you, which is impossible, because nothing like this has ever happened to you. And for a split second, I think all of you think the lights will come, and I will be pulled into time. But it doesn't happen. It's like you're pressed between these two rippling walls of darkness, long enough to realise that, one of those weird moments where it also feels like you're in there for 30 seconds, which is impossible, because all you do is take a few steps, and then you're through, and these two barrows' edges are very clear, there's no trees here, and you are on the Quantix coast. And Mandeville, you recognise the spot, because you've ridden around here a fair bit, that this is the North Kilve coastline.
Here.
Here the clouds have nearly all gone. The moon is up. You can see a cutter far out to sea, lit beautifully by the moon. And ahead of you is a remarkable barrow, not covered in grass, but covered in sigils, in curlicues and swirls. An old Celtic barrow. This is no Anglo-Saxon thing. You don't have to roll anything to know that. And ahead of you lies a picture. A scene. There are stones jutting out of this barrow, in odd places, fallen. They're not arranged carefully anymore, but perhaps they once were. And they have carvings on. And you can hear this strange hum from ahead, what feels like underneath. There's a clear entranceway that is flanked by a sentry leaning on a pike, again, in a fish mask, but a man with a stag's...
So when he's leaning on a pike...
Not a fish.
A spear or...
A long pole arm.
A fish leaning on a fish.
Leaning on a pole arm.
A large fish.
Like Alice in Wonderland.
Not a pole with an arm. Not a Polish man's arm. He's leaning...
A Polish man leaning on a fish.
A fish called Wonderland.
On a halberd. He's leaning on a halberd.
A fish called Wonderland. Oh, my goodness.
Big fan. I'm a big fan. There's too many titles for this.
Once Mandeville appears, we have to have an episode called Big Fucking Giant.
So the sentry's leaning on his pike, halberd, a little wearily, and then he sort of comes to attention as you step through, as it feels. But a very elegant man with fine lace at his cuffs and a silver-coloured frock coat with fine embroidered details, lovely shoes, beautiful calves, steps forward with a fine stag's mask. Not tall, but steps forward with a stag's mask.
How many calves has he got with him?
At least 4, all tethered, and his own 2, of course. And he says, "The beast will speak and play his part." And he sort of he sort of drops his stag mask, which is lovely. It's quite detailed and looks very real, but is in proportion. It's not an actual stag's head, if you see what I mean. It's in proportion with his... The beast will speak and play his part, he says, as if expecting an answer.
And I give the answer that I know from What's-Her-Face, that the player has forgotten, but the character remembers very well.
Yes. Sow is broken, the soil is something, the beast is thing and play its part.
Something about the 11,000?
Sow is broken and soil is something. What did you think it was?
Sow is broken and soil
Don't
is...
get it wrong.
Something. The beast...
Was it the 11,000 thing? No.
This conversation the four of us are just having. Sow is broken. Wait a minute. Give us a sec.
He's just sat there like...
We can put it together.
Shoot him.
We don't need help.
Shoot him, Drayton. Shoot him now. Just shoot him.
Do you need to call a friend?
What do we have so far? Bang! What I've got written down, and, if I could write faster, I would have written the whole thing down. I've got sow is broken, soil, and then I stopped writing.
Sow is broken, soil your pants, sniff the ring and do a dance.
Give Give us a reverse group education roll. Who's got the best education?
Reverse education.
Reverse education roll, I love that. I mean, I've got 40.
Is that a wrestling manoeuvre?
Normally it would be the lowest,
Mine's 85.
but I want the highest education.
No.
Mine is also 85.
Fucking hell.
85 to 85. In which case, I'll give you the chance to both roll. And Farrowvale, do you have secret motherfucker skill? Because that's kind of what you are, isn't it? Is there anything that's the equivalent?
It's another 0-3 from me, so that's an extreme success on my education.
It's a 0-3.
Fucking hell.
I don't think it will be a problem for you.
I got a 52, so it's a pass.
What would count as secret motherfucker? I've got acting.
That's it.
Yeah, how good is your acting?
Very better than average.
Yeah, give us an acting roll as well, just to see whether you remembered. I think Drayton, you go like, oh crap, I can't. What was
I
it?
have no fucking idea. It's like, right, it's something about a pig.
So I've also got that would count as an extreme on my acting, and surely like learning lines is part of acting.
Learning lines. I would have taken both. And Mandeville, did you pass?
Yes, I did pass.
I've got a 55 in acting, which probably puts me in the top percentile of actors in the UK.
Certainly does in 2025.
That's a fail, though.
You're not. It was either. So for you, Farrowvale, it's frustrating because you're going. There's definitely art at the end. Is it? Oh, it definitely rhymes with that. And so
Something reveal is art. I'm annoyed as a player because I know what it is, but I've forgotten, and it's very frustrating.
and in Mandeville, I do think you go. And so the sea gives gifts of art, and that's in your mind. But Rafe Launceston, with your extreme success,
Yeah.
start. Is the
Sow is
line.
broken.
For sow is broken, and soil will start.
Sow is broken and soil will start.
And there's a pregnant silence for a moment as the three of you look at each other, going, "Yes, it's that thing that she said." Farrowvale nods.
Go on.
Drayton looks confused,
I put one hand on my pistol.
and the stag goes,
For sow is broken and soil will start.
"Come through the faithful." The sentry really sort of smartens up, even adjusts the Mero mask, and as you there's an almost like the sort of bridge-like earthworks that then as these two grassy barrows go into ditches. You're on the earthwork bridge as you cross over, and you feel the release of the portal. It's gone behind you, and now you're right by this tomb entrance, right on the edge of the cliff.
May I ask, the fact that we are now we can see the coast, we can see the North Kilv
Yeah,
coast now. Is that odd that
feels
we are now
oddly
here?
familiar, doesn't it? It feels oddly familiar. It's almost like you're
it's
seeing
not so
something
much
from a
that,
different
is it?
angle.
Is it that what I'm really asking is, does it feel like this is where we should be, having walked as far as we have, or have we suddenly travelled a great distance?
You've travelled 10 miles at least.
Okay, in like 5 steps.
Yeah.
Okay, weird.
Which is not uncommon for Mandeville.
Sure.
You are the only one who feels comfortable with this.
Well,
sort of
this feels all right.
travel. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I can't imagine what the size of your horse must be.
Very small. Very
Tiny.
I run along with it. It's like a little 6-legged thing that happens.
His legs almost touching the ground. But anyway, you aren't on your horse at this particular point.
No.
This dashing fellow. Well, I'm going to stretch this slightly, and I'm going to say you can either give me an acting roll or a hard psychology.
All of us?
Yeah. Everyone can do it.
Right.
Well, that's exactly the same statistically for me. Acting or hard psychology.
He's got good psychology, isn't he?
Okay.
Tell you what, if you're using psychology, you can't push it.
90 on my 10.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, which one's better? Because I've rolled an extreme on both. I've rolled a 10.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
I'm
They're both very good.
I failed.
Failed.
I failed, but I'm tempted to push it.
On acting. Ooh,
You got with your acting.
exciting.
Use your acting.
Who's the force?
Right. I'm not sure how I'm going to push it though, because I'm not quite sure what we're doing.
Yes, there's something interesting about the gentleman, and you can't quite pin it down. If only you could have a closer look.
Wearing someone else's clothes, like so many of them. Someone else's mask or something.
But you said the stag mask was very well-fitting?
Yes.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yes, it fits the face very well, or is being worn very well.
Maybe he's wearing someone else's face.
Teetering on a self-inflicted sanity roll for thoughts like that. Teetering.
If this is about kind of getting a sense of a better sense of what is wrong here in terms of what he's wearing.
Yeah, I mean what he's wearing is lovely. Yeah, no.
But there's something off.
Yeah.
I think, can I push? This is stupid. This might be too.
You can suspend it if you want, and you can push it a bit later if you like. But I mean, or you could not do anything. I mean, you could have more time to try and get into a conversation with this person at some point. You know.
I might suspend it. I'm going to suspend that push until I've got a clearer idea of what I'm trying to achieve.
But it was only a fail. It wasn't a fumble. Farrowvale, an extreme success.
Yes, on both.
So you've clocked something important. Farrowvale. This man is a woman. It's an excellent performance, but this man is a woman.
Wait a minute.
And in this day and age, that makes no sense. So this person is in disguise.
Weird.
You're a woman, and it's obvious you're a woman. You saw other people wearing these masks who were obviously women. Admittedly, you haven't seen any gentle women. You have seen gentle men, but that isn't necessarily to be unexpected to you, but you are...
So this lass has gone to an effort to disguise that fact.
Not just an effort, they're a very fine performer.
Is this...
And you almost wouldn't have noticed if it hadn't been for the moonlight and the tension of what you've just been doing. Like, of course, you guys are in a very different sort of focus.
It makes me think that this is game seeing game, and that this might be a spy. And just tentatively, subtly, but enough for her to see, I put my fist in my palm, as if I'm just fidgeting.
Yeah.
But fist in my palm and twist my fist.
The other three of you, could you give me a spot hidden?
Yep.
Aye.
Oh, that's good.
I'm rolling fucking terribly.
That's
Bad fail.
My roll's good.
Me too.
That's another extreme. 0-6 on my...
You're on it. I want your dice.
You're really on it.
Yeah, except when I'm not.
So, extreme, not only do you see Farrowvale do it, Rafe Launceston, you go, could be. There is something odd about this person. Good call, Farrowvale. Mandeville, you passed?
No.
No, so you just if you failed it, then you just don't see Farrowvale do it. So that's the thing. So Drayton, did you?
No, fail.
Yeah, okay.
I don't.
Yeah, so I think there's the same tilt. It's not exactly the same, but there's the tilt of the stag mask, and then there's just, I think, the two of you, Launceston and Farrowvale. I mean, you know, this is part of what you do. You see the shoulders sort of roll back and roll forwards, and then. Just a little bit ahead of the beat of the scene, the voice goes, "I'll with them." And there's a dash, a gentlemanly dash, Launceston, which you have to say is probably better than your own.
Oh, bastard.
And the sentry sort of looks a little, well, you can't tell the facial features of the mask, but even in the body language, like, oh, right, okay. And I think looks back at the aperture and then nods, doesn't say anything, but is no longer sort of sleepily leaning. It's like very much to attention. And the figure takes the front and turns somewhat gallantly and just goes, well, what should we do? Inwards, I think.
Oh. You see, I think
So for the sake of listeners...
Oh, yes.
They returned the gesture.
They returned the gesture.
No, I fell foul of that in Magnum Tenebrosum so many times. People were saying, and then I do this face.
Yeah. The fist meets the palm and twists in the sign of the Treasury Alliance, the Treasury agent.
I think I've clocked the twisting fists, but I don't know whether I necessarily interpreted it in the same way as Farrowvale. I think this might be...
Well, how you interpret that? I mean, this may not be true.
Yeah, I think this is more likely to be someone who now knows who we are, but is not one of us. But
I think we can test this.
well, we may be able to.
This is one of those scenes, isn't it?
Because I have the same concern,
Yeah.
but I think, I think Farrowvale has the same concern.
Yeah.
How close am I to this disguised woman?
Well, I think it's crucial that we set up the dungeon order, because this is a tunnel, and now the stag is at the front, all 5'7" of them. Who leads the party? Is it Rafe Launceston? Or is it Elise Farrowvale? Or is it perhaps stooping low, William Mandeville?
I'd like to get close enough to this woman to whisper something before we go forward. But
Well, I suppose to be fair to you,
That's
yes,
what we're trying to
they
do.
are at the very entrance. But if you are waiting to speak before going in, there's a good chance the sentry would be able to hear it, because it's that close.
okay, right.
May I ask what mask the sentry is wearing?
A merrow, a fish.
That's my...
Ah,
You see fish carved on the stones, as well as glyphs and signs that you don't recognise. You also see, yes, I think you see crude interpretations of other animals. One is clearly an owl, one is clearly a boar, almost prehistoric in their carving.
I'm not going to stop Farrowvale going in front of me if she
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah, but so at the moment the running order would be Farrowvale, Launceston, Mandeville, Drayton.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sort of at a loss, having failed so many roles. I'm sort of following... I mean, I always follow Launceston, obviously, but
Yeah.
I'm certainly not taking the lead.
Because there's only one way in that single file.
Yeah, exactly.
So at one point there's going to be a single file, and is it fair to put you in that single file?
Yeah.
I have a thought.
Because it could be important.
Yeah.
My thought, I think, before we start moving, kind of Mandeville's theory will reoccur, being that if there's some sort of coup going on between land and sea, perhaps we're best led by the one of us that's wearing the sea creature on their face.
Oh, bollocks. Probably right there.
But do you say that?
Yes.
Because this sentry is like 5 feet, not even that, 3 feet
Oh.
away from you.
Good point.
And he definitely hasn't given the impression of seeing the palm and fist, key
Right.
and gate turn of the secret sign.
I think that I'm going to turn and say it as quietly as I can to Launceston. Do you remember up at the house? All them marrow, all those weird fish that was throwing bombs and hissing.
Yeah. Give us a stealth roll, man.
If we are in this line,
I think you're forming it. You're not in it yet.
we're forming this line.
I am rolling for shit.
Oh, mate. Join the club.
I mean, I'd now... If Mandeville said this to me, I mean, who knows who's
Well,
heard this?
I tell you what, Mandeville's speaking and it's just gone, oh, I think I'm maybe a little too loud. And it's the telltale...
Here, Launceston. So listen.
It's the telltale Mandeville face. Well, the eyes, is because that's all you can see through the ball mask. Because it's got quite wide eyes.
Yeah.
And so you can see the eyes go, I might be a bit loud. Do you want to push it? Or do you want to just...
I mean, why not?
What's a fail? Is a fail that, like, is Mandeville has...
It's counter. I mean, I'm listening.
yeah, okay.
I'm going to push it.
I mean, I was wondering whether a fail is just that, like, Mandeville isn't able to tell me because he isn't able to be stealthy enough, or whether it is he has told me, but
Oh, no.
people have heard.
It's whether he gets heard or not, in my view.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because
I'm
So
just going
so
to...
what would happen on a pushed fail? He's already been heard. Do you know what I mean?
well, it would be worse, wouldn't it?
Shouts it.
Because I think there's confusion when you hear someone say something. But if it's a push, then I would say, I feel you're leading the judge.
No,
which is
not
unusual.
so much that, but
Could I
I'm
call
asking-
the honourable barrister to the bar and have a brief discussion?
It's not.
I think
it's
what
not
you're
so much
asking for is
that.
what is going to
Are you-
happen about a pushed roll before
No,
the push.
no,
you're
it's
just
not-
going
I've
to have
already
to live in
heard
the
it.
fear, I'm afraid.
If you're telling me that I've already heard what Mandeville said,
Come now,
then,
Queen's Counsel, come now.
then I don't know what is to be gained from a push.
What will be gained from a
If you
push,
push
I
it
think,
and
would be
pass-
the fact that that the sentry doesn't hear
Doesn't
me.
hear.
Okay.
Whereas if I push it and I fail, they'll hear me more.
And
they'll hear.
something more.
And they'll work it out. I mean,
react.
okay, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. But guys, this isn't the way we normally play.
No, but this isn't what you normally do with a stealth roll. You would normally say, oh, you start to speak, but you realise you're not going to be able to be quiet enough. That's the fail, and then the push is...
I thought that is what I said.
No, you said he has said it, and it has been overheard.
Well,
I see.
I took it in the speed and thrust of debate that we were understanding that to be a subtle retcon, but I didn't name it as a retcon, because obviously it is being said. So I was actually trying to generously give the players a chance
I see,
to
okay.
continue to pass using the rules. But they are my
don't
interpretation.
disagree with anything
they are
you're
my
doing.
interpretation of
I
them.
don't-
So,
I don't disagree with
What's
anything
that you
you're
said,
doing.
Mandeville?
I'm just asking for full clarity.
but I think you're asking, Dan, for what is going to happen, and that means you're going to be able to meta prepare for whether this is worth it or not. And I'm saying, normally we
It's
don't
not my
play
call
it
anyway.
that way, do we? Normally we go like, Christ, there'll be consequences. Is it worth it or not? And it might not be worth it.
But maybe it will be.
What is your stealth? Mandeville?
Boop, boop, boop.
You could push it with something else, like you could push it with acting.
I always forget that.
No. I know I'm pushing it with stealth, and I did just succeed.
Then all is well
So-
in the world.
Then all as well.
But how well did you succeed?
I succeeded quite well. My stealth is 35, and I rolled a 15.
Damn it! Oh, I was so impressed that I passed my listen at all. Okay.
Because your guard's not a good listener.
I tell you what, I think the Merrow's head comes up, and for a minute you're thinking, oh my God, is he listening to me? And then he looks all the way over here and goes, yeah, I suppose I better keep an eye on the aperture.
Which, as he looks away, it gives me the opportunity to, because I think part of the reason I wasn't being heard before, I didn't feel I could be heard without shouting, is because of the great height difference between, to keep leaning on that joke, but the great height difference between Mandeville and Launceston. And so with the guard, the sentry looking away, I'm going to take that opportunity to crouch and whisper to him directly.
I see, yes. It's
That
a descending of the head, I like it, yeah.
yes. Perhaps we better take some precautions according to which masks we're wearing and what kind of coup might be occurring.
Perhaps Drayton. I'm not. Why am I speaking in a West Country accent? I don't do that. Why am I speaking in a West Country accent? I don't do that.
Because you like me and you want me to feel comfortable.
Yes, it is. I'm code shifting.
Yes, you are.
Listen, it's a pass, but you can't be a full-blown conversation, guys. Let's try and keep it tight.
Drayton should ask when it begins.
I mumbled. Drayton should ask when it begins, but then carry on moving forward. I've sort of rejected Mandeville's suggestion that Drayton should take the lead,
Yes. I think that's very clear.
but very much taken on board that Mandeville has clocked something very important, that we are underusing the one wearing the fishy mask.
Can I use that? Can I utilize that excellent stealth push to collar Drayton as he goes by, as I'm still in my crouch, to say, Launceston says, you've got to stand on tiptoes.
Don't do it yet, Belinda, because that's where I got into trouble before, because I now have to block your offer and say, wait, could I get the listen roll from Drayton and Farrowvale first? And I apologise, because I should have
That's fine.
I should have followed the rules.
You know me, I get carried away like a 5-year-old. I'm like, and then
No, and I love that. But in these tense spy moments, I hear what
espionage.
Dan's saying. It's like, yeah, hang on, you're leading us into action that we haven't declared. Obviously,
No, fail.
I'm going to ask assistance with that because of time,
Yeah.
and I apologise.
So we're going for a listen roll.
So listen from
myself.
Farrowvale. Nothing from Farrowvale. Guys, it's active. You can definitely hear a slight whisper. So if you'd like to push it in some strange way, feel free. It's not passive.
Oh dear.
I don't want to push it.
Dannon's not doing well tonight.
I'm not doing well.
Nothing from Drayton.
79.
That's because he fumbled. You see, so it's all.
Yeah.
I think he's disorientated in time and place, and I think.
I think, ironically, I'm actually sort of, my mask slips slightly and I'm sort of adjusting it and it just, I can't.
Yeah, and actually, I think I've let you slightly off the hook because I gave pressure for Farrowvale, but she was brilliant and kind of stopped you. So actually, at this point, I think you do look out as you readjust the mask. Like, I feel thrown by all of this.
Yeah.
And you see the crash of the waves in the moonlight, and you see the path just off, further down the coast.
Aye.
And
And now, just to double check, it's not a recently tarmacked path, right?
No. You.
Okay.
There are those woods. Oh, Hemlock Woods, are just over there.
No
You can see
quad
them
bikes?
just there, past there.
Okay.
No, but that's Lilith standing there.
What?
You recognise her? That's your friend, Lilith.
Yeah.
Give us a sand roll.
Oh, for fuck's sake, is she holding her head or is it on her shoulders?
Yeah, she takes her head off.
Oh, for
And just
why did I
puts
say
it-
that?
Puts it under her arm.
Why did you ask that question?
And somebody walks behind, but it's a shadowy figure. She's beautiful, tall, with dark hair, and she puts a golden-haired woman's head on the corpse of Lilith, which is Julia.
Oh, fuck. And somehow I know all of these people, even though I've rolled a 46 on my 46 sanity.
Because that's absolutely appropriate, is that this is
Yeah.
a ghost. There's some
Yeah.
victim
Yeah.
of a sea wreck
Oh, yeah.
haunts, and it fades into the spindrift of the waves as they crash.
Oh, yeah.
But you are going to take one sanity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'd be cross
And-
if you didn't take that.
And I shall leave to the group a description as they enter into this ancient tomb.
Aye.
Who leads the party behind this dashing figure of mystery and disguise? Is it Launceston or Farrowvale?
I think if Rafe wants to, I won't stop him.
If Farrowvale wants to, I won't stop her.
So the two of you
Yeah,
sort
it's
of almost meet
They
shoulders.
just shoulder in.
Yeah.
May as well tell you my plan. Because I want to test my theory by whispering. I'm going to whisper De Vries's name incorrectly in the hope that I get corrected. Because if they correct me, then I'll know they're definitely De Vries. I'm going to say, like, it's Decrease, right? Something like that. But I'm going to wait until we're a distance away. But then it occurs to me, if we're all going off together without guards, they may make their subterfuge known anyway. So maybe it's okay to wait.
So you'll hold for a moment, but would you step before Launceston?
I'll offer it to him.
I will offer it to Farrowvale, giving a look which conveys, you seem to know what you're doing.
And in which case I say to him, well, yes, ladies first. And then gesture with my head at the stag and walk behind.
Because you had an extreme success, right, Launceston, with your acting and your spot hidden, correct?
Me?
Yeah, back at the point when you were first looking
I
at...
think you did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Got a couple of really good ones.
I think you then go, oh, of course, calves like that. The envy of the court.
With calves like that, who needs mandibles?
Very clever. So I think you've now clocked that this is a woman. But Farrowvale goes first, and her mind is full of plots and plans as to how long must she wait before she tries her decrease manoeuvre. Launceston, you second in line in the dungeon tunnel. I mean the tomb tunnel. The dungeon crawl.
I'm listening. I'm trying to listen behind and listen in front to see if Farrowvale's going to make a move, and I'm kind of hoping that Drayton is whispering to the fish face on the door, like, "Oh, what time does it start?" To see if we can work out what exactly is going on here. But probably failing to do either. Stumbling forward.
Yeah. So almost torn between your companions, but entering into tunnel Mandeville. I think you're next.
If I'm allowed, if I get a chance, as we go in, as I step past Drayton, to again use that pushed stealth, to just whisper to Drayton, I nod at the sentry and say, ask him when it starts, and then pass on into the tunnel.
Well, I think what you do probably is you turn back to Drayton, who's lingered slightly behind, and whisper those very words.
Ask him when it starts. He might trust you. And then, again, clutching my little rabbit foot, I'm gonna duck down.
Yeah.
Low.
I mean, not too much, but you do have to duck a bit, yeah. For this first
Yeah.
tunnel, you have to.
Yeah.
Yes, duck a little bit and head on after Rafe Launceston, still feeling like, I have his great trust in me, and my intent is to fulfill that.
Yes. Leaving Aspin Drayton with a final moment
Aye.
as this ghost has disappeared from the coast.
Aye. And I assume I failed the roll, so I don't hear the whisper.
It's not that you have to pass a listen roll, actually, for that one. It's more that I think you hear it, but it feels a little bit, what? Huh?
You get,
You should ask him what
What? And we've gone.
Because you haven't heard any of the discussion that's going beforehand. We've all been...
I'm just like, what the fuck's
You've
happening?
been looking at your ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah, well, I have, and I think, yeah, and the head, the Samo was Julia's, but I don't know who Julia is. But it reminded me horribly of little Jane, you know, my girl, the Paracella's daughter, down on Havelock Street in Bristol. It looked like her golden hair for a second, but then, but it wasn't her. It was Julia. And how do I know who Julia is even? And Havelock, that's like Abercook, and all these things. And I just pull at the Spanish doubloon around my neck, and I sort of, I remind myself that the mask is feared by some people, and then I remember that I'm feared all the time by many people, and I just straighten my shoulders, and I think I see Mandeville mouth something to me, and I don't quite catch it, but looking behind me, who's at the back behind me? Is anyone following us?
Well, distressingly, it's that awful moment where you are the one at the back. Yeah, that's it. There's the sentry to your right, and there's the gaping darkness behind.
In which case I roll my shoulders, and I remind myself how much I like smashing men's heads together, and I follow the group into the darkness.
Mistakes that I've made have burned this hole. I pray for a redemption to heal my troubled ways, blinded by perception. Is there no other way?
Hang on.
Hello. What are we going to find in here, then?
I dread to think. Where do you think we are? Do you think we're in the same barrow that the tomb was in where we had that grave guardian?
Possibly.
In the tumulus.
I wonder whether we're also, or / alternatively, back in the place where we found the pit with all the skulls in.
And the crab man.
And the big old crab thing. And the bed where someone had been chained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
Possibly it is all three of them.
What did we know about that? There was a woman, wasn't there, saying help me? In that very first one, there was a woman who ran out saying help me, and then the crab...
being grabbed by the big crab.
The crab hand grabbed her.
And she had a baby.
Oh, she had something that may have been a baby?
Could be a baby.
Crab baby.
Yeah.
Do we know any more about her?
I've completely forgotten about her.
That's all we know about her, isn't it?
I think that was just before, was that just before or just after Lilith was decapitated by the falling rock?
It was around that moment, yeah.
Yeah. By the sort of trap, somehow. Seemed like some sort of trap laid, but... Seemed like a rock collapsing, but also somehow deliberate. It was weird.
Dom, which Launceston was it who you had a conversation with on the Great Fen?
Oh, that was you.
Oh, it was you.
It was me, Rafe. It was Rafe, was it?
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
So we might meet me in a minute.
I mean, it doesn't...
There's a reason why you wouldn't be able to remember that, though.
Well, I was going to say it doesn't matter for our purposes that I have not clocked or made reference to that.
No, not at this stage. Because do you remember, it was like you woke and everybody was there. There was a cart going off one way and this figure going the other, and it was as if you'd just woken up and all four of you were standing in the rain.
Oh, no, I remember that.
But the point is you don't really remember anything else before that moment. In a weird sort of like, it's like you were asleep almost for a second.
Okay, but you're implying that old Northern Irish mate's encounter with me happened prior to this rather than is about to happen.
I think...
well, that we don't know. That I don't know. How would I know?
It should be very clear to you, Dom, as Charlie Westenra, that Charlie Westenra saw Rafe Launceston standing outside the town of Morton LaGrange.
Right.
Shit.
Okay.
Alone.
Oh, shit.
Alone.
Oh, no.
But that's not necessarily... doesn't necessarily mean it was before this. It might be what... yet to come. But the really worrying thing for me, although of course I don't know this, is that means it is my body that ends up at the top of the pile of bones, clutching a rod, right?
Yes. With a rod impaled in his chest, yeah.
So I just got to stay away from rods.
Especially Rod Stewart.
And I think it would be fair to say, Rafe, that you remember what you do remember. It's not that you don't remember anything about your life. Obviously, you remember everything in that sense. But there's a sort of blank. There's a weird blank. And it's probably like... And you agreed you would ride to a local hostelry and then walk a short way. It was unfortunate that the rain was horrible, but you got your sturdy shoes on and you can walk the edge of the road. You don't have to...
The rain was horrible.
And you agreed to be there to meet the others who would join you. I think it would be fair to say that you... So there would have been a period when you were alone.
What was said in that conversation, Dom? Can you remember that brief conversation?
It was mainly, give me the rod, give me the rod.
Was it? Or was it give me the disc?
Oh, it could have been
Give me the disc.
Give me
You
the
wanted
disc.
the disc, yeah.
Give me the disc.
Why did I think you had it?
Does Launceston know about the rod? I guess that may be a thing you can't actually say right now.
It might not even have been give me the disc. It may have been do you have the disc?
Do you have the disc?
It was something about a disc.
But why would I have been asking you that?
I mean, I was holding the rod, right?
No.
No, you were holding the rod.
Yeah.
Huh.
Josie Arundel has the rod still.
Never mind. I'll park that. I might be slightly overthinking that moment.
Maybe it'll all become clear after we're dead. When we get the game over screen.
That's the spirit.
We get pulled out of the machine by Tim Spall. Oh, what's he say? Oh, what's the line from Red Dwarf? I can't remember.
Oh, the game over. You scored the number of points you scored. That one.
Yeah, when they think they're in the
it's a great episode.
they're in the simulation.
The Western game.
No, they die.
Yeah.
It's the despair squid.
The despair
That's what
squid
it is.
is brilliant. Yeah, that was well remembered.
The despair squid gives them a hallucination where they're essentially Red Dwarf did the Matrix before the Matrix, and they wake up and Tim Spall's like, "What? You didn't get Kachansky? Oh, come on!
Mean, really mean.
Yes, you got to go down and put the code into the computer. It brings back Holly's IQ.
yeah, it's really good.
It's so good.
Really good. Very
And then they're living in this like fascist police state.
The despair squid.
Despair.
Fucking love Red Dwarf. Red Dwarf is great.
A great. Yeah, it's a good scenario. Really, when you think about it, you could repackage that as a good scenario.
There was a Red Dwarf RPG that got made once.
What was that?
Don't think.
Oh, there was?
Apparently.
Loved Dwarf.
Yeah, God, it was good.
My dad used to love Red Dwarf as well.
Yeah, it was like family takeaway night, get a curry, and we all watch Red Dwarf.
It was a family show for us. Yeah.
Which is weird, but it was.
Because it was basically filthy quite a lot of the time, I seem to remember.
Yeah. It was one of those ones that I was like, now looking back, I'm like, I wonder why my parents let me watch that so young. Obsessed with it.
It was different times.
Different
times.
It was a different era. They didn't know any better. You can't judge them by today's standards.
I think that was my dad's attempt to try and indoctrinate me in his Scouse culture, was to make me watch Red Dwarf and Bread.
Love it.
I am still toying with the idea that they may all have to be corrupted names of famous films after There Will Be Old Men.
Yeah.
Yes. Will Be Old Men is so beautiful.
Be old men.
I still think it's so sublime, and you can just keep doing it with lots of different things, can't you? So,
Yeah.
Krill Bill.
Krill Bill! Yes!
Bill Bill, fucking hell!
Oh, nicely done.
I mean, we are possibly getting a bit silly.
Write it down.
I've written it down, mate.
The Prawn Ultimatum.
Oh!
That's so good.
All right, stop, because you can make me look much less clever. No, I mean, like, keep...
So good.
I'm
I
fine.
have a lot of fun with this.
Okay,
That's what I'm going to be thinking about for the rest of the evening.
I mean, you've got the whole series of Bourne films.
Let
so you
it,
can-
let it, percolate. or just,
That's all my dad.
a nice, cook like a bouillabaisse over time.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Farrowvale, Mandeville, you sense... Excellent. So we shall begin in the tomb itself.
Nice.
Let's take a micro break.
Microdose.
Sorry about rules spiciness.
No, I'm sorry.
I was picking up a little too much pace. I think but it's a good. I don't think it was rude. Try and be a little.
No, it was very rude of me.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I actually think it was a great interaction.
It was really
I
funny.
think it'll go down
It was
really
great.
well.
Solid,
Okay.
solid content.
That was great.
Sorry.
That was great.
See you in a sec. See you in a bit.
But
See you soon.
See you in a sec.
The question is, do I want toast or do I want crisps? Or something else inside? Oh my country!